Majority of us here have been given different, as somebody sitting beside him. Practically, we are to now open to the book, the first chapter of the book, and then you talk, you read a paragraph or two. It's long that you had somebody. So practically, we want to have that exercise in order to ginger us and motivate us, put us to practice to our friends in our offices. We will continue to preach the message of reading. So please, the National Librarian, the pupils that are seated here and the students are having books to themselves. If you have a book, flag it.
They don't have. The students do not have. So the adults should give them. Not many of them.
Put more books. We have enough books here. More books to all the sides. Quickly, please. And this reading will be. This reading will. Reading it aloud. Then when you. Your partner. To you as well. The books are being distributed. National Library.
No, the children don't have. Are you talking about adults? Adults, they know how to read. No, I think.
Okay. Please let the adults can also sacrifice to the pupils while we watch them practice reading.
All right. He said, did he say one paragraph? I don't know. Has he given instruction? Can we
Okay.
instruction, please? Instruction. On how we are going to address it. Can you tell us your instruction for us, what we are going to do?
Please, can we pay attention so we commence the session? Basically, you tell the title of the book you want to read, the author, to the person that is seated next to you. Okay. So please raise your books up so that we identify those that are not having books. The distributors of books, please take note. In between the seats, there are hands that are down. They are indicating that they don't have books. You can drop, and then those that are not having books raise their own hands, so the books will be passed to them. If you have book, you can drop your hands down now, while those that are not having books raise their hands up. Mr. Mustafa, a lot of them.
We cannot go around. We can manage. I think when they take, they will keep and ask. Can we start?
So can we start now? You have 5 minutes to read to your partner while he reads to you. Back to you in 5 minutes. We are starting at exactly
5 minutes.
after 1. So 5 by 1, you switch places and listen to your partner. Let us start after 1, 2, 3, go.
But a quarter of an hour later, Madame Bisi decided that she had tested her patience enough. The driver was not forthcoming, and even Shola, who was carrying the food that Auntie had refused to eat, was nowhere to be seen. Madame Bisi went towards the tree where the crowd was gathered. As she approached, her ears were thrilled by the most exciting drumming she had ever heard. The rhythm of the drum made her move quite unconsciously.
Let us finish. Please don't interrupt us. We are working on time. It's time down.
The rhythm of the drum made her move quite unconsciously to the beat, and she knew at once that the drummer was good. The instrument was unfamiliar. It was the kind of drum which West Africans call the samba, but which is really a tambourine, a little instrument, flat and circular, with a chain of bells around them. The strokes came out in a succession of loud thoughts, at times dying down, at times rising to such a pitch that the drowned voice of a singer, but a rich and tender voice he heard. He sang about the rich and the poor, the suffering and the happy. He sang of love and death and good and evil. Whether this is blood really warm.
So it is time for all places. You can now pause and listen to your partner read to you from the title, the other book title in his hand.
Okay.
For this first session, Switch places immediately, please. We want to see that happen.
Boys High School, Ebema, sat on a hill, surrounded by thick forest. Its serene environment was disturbed occasionally by chirping of birds and insects, especially during the night. Trees, especially palm trees, stood conspicuously out and formed a circle round it, even as the tall greenish grasses dotted and intermingled with it. The sound of hunters, I take it again, the sound of hunters then gone, shots always, I take it again, the sound of hunters then gunshots was always heard occasionally, even during the day. Ikemefuna sat on his bed. His young, handsome face was tense, and his eyes, shaded with thick eyelashes, moved restlessly in their sockets. He was carrying his fat head in his two palms and was shaking his left leg endlessly. He was deep in thought. Outside the dormitory, somebody was clearing his clothes and walking his boots. He came up from bottom, stretched his right hand, and pulled the window curtains to one side. He glanced outside. Nobody. He sat down again and tried in vain to lift the load of sorrow and depression that was afflicting him. Stretching out one of his huge, hairy heads, he picked up the principal's letter the second time. The message was loud and clear. He had only 24 hours to leave the school premises. He dropped the letter as if it were leather and shifted his gaze to the wall. He brought his head down and tears of agony washed down his face. The principal, Mr. Camp, sent for him the following morning. I quite understand you applied my sword, he said sympathetically. The school has exhausted every avenue of mercy. Tell me, have you any relation? Genofma stared vacantly at his principal and shook his head. He did not remember any close relation that would help him except his godfather. I don't think I have any close relation besides my poor parents. I mean somebody who could really care. His eyes were watering. Fedio Kappa was greatly moved. This was the type of case he would have intervened. He cleared his throat and drew his chair forward. Kappa was a short, stout man of about 50, with short, fat legs. He had a small head and was fit on his body frame. You mean that there is nobody really? He asked. His concerned eyes still exploring Ikemefuna. Ikemefuna shook his head. No, sir. There is just nobody. I'm afraid my education is so weak. Mr. Campbell was absorbed in thought. He had remembered Roti. What of Roti? Is he not your uncle? Ikemefuna brightened up deeply. He had known Roti for these 4 years, yet he did not see him as much help. Tall, stout, and broad-chested. Roti was by all standards an ugly man. Behind that mask of ugliness was admirable kindness. Yes, sir, I know him. He's never been really very close. Mr. Camp picked his fire and paused. I'm all right to him. Tell him your problem. Maybe he will be of help. He was my classmate, and I think very highly of him. Ikemefuna stood, studied his principal, and saw him unrelenting. I can't thank you enough for all you've been doing for me. But sir, I request for one more month. Sir.
Wow. So exciting. So great.
Why did you give children to read?
They didn't read to each other.
Oh, you didn't read?
Did he reach each other? They were discussing.
Well, it is 10 minutes. The 5 minutes for the two readers is up. Thank you very much. And a round of applause to the readers, the winners, the leaders, the great students, pupils, parents, teachers. Thank you very much to the responsibility table for taking a lead, the National Librarian and other members of the responsibility table actually won this reading exercise. They did not blink even for a second. They were seriously engaged in the reading. A round of applause to our reading leaders. The leaders, by example, it's been the first of its kind in our flag off of leadership promotion campaigns, and we will definitely improve on this. We will go to offices, go to gatherings, and practicalize reading in different formats, in different exciting reading exercise actually kickstart after this flag, the state nation. I now hand back the microphone to the master ceremony, Mr. Dio. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, Baba Muhammad.